What's going on, everybody? Voidlego here, back with a brand new episode of Disco Elysium. Last time on, we helped out the awesome teenage rockers finally get into the church to start up their nightclub, and we also helped out Luna, the programmer, in finding the source of what exactly deleted her development team's data. Once we did that, we found something that we shouldn't have. We found the source, or at least what Harry theorizes, to be the source of Pale, or at least the starting stages of Pale, by first it getting rid of sound before everything else, and getting rid of radio waves, aka program, as well. And so we made that discovery, and we informed the, applicants of the cursed commercial area of the possible reason why so many businesses failed here is because of the Pale. Maybe that's the reason why so many things have failed. A lot in Marnay's is because of this Pale. It does like we've heard what the Pale does. Once you go into it, your mind comes fuzzy. There are different memories from other people. Hell, maybe that's what happened to us. Maybe it could be a case of we got so drunk that we forgot who we are, or it could be at the church, the Pale there got to us, especially to Harry, that completely changed who we were before into this new Harry we've become, aka the player. Maybe it's because of the Pale that has utterly changed Harry's mind to change into a completely different person by this point. Maybe these memories are of Harry, or maybe they're someone else's. We don't know. It could be that. It could explain why Harry has changed so fundamentally, from, everyone else who's, talked to us before that explained to us that we were very suicidal, we were very drunk, and all that. And maybe that could be the source of it. After that, we found out where Ruby's location was, which was underneath the electrical building. We managed to teleport up to the rooftop, aka we just climbed the ladder with our eyes closed, but I like to imagine we just teleported up there. And before we went down, we had a couple other things, such as getting our gun, first and foremost, from pigs, which, unfortunately, it's timed. So, as soon as we get that gun, we're going straight there. I want to be finished with everything else. As soon as we get the gun, we're going straight to the field building. Because I don't want to give Ruby another day. We managed to talk to Kuno, and we got to the bottom of what his problem is, and it's really Kunani's. What Kuno explained to us is that Kunani's really just appeared out of nowhere one day, shivering and cold in his house, and now he's taken it upon himself to protect her. A kind of brother-sister relationship, at least, that's what Kuno sees it as. But we managed to get a line from one of our skills, the fake physical instrument, that the reason why she was cold and shivering while in Kuno's house was because she had murdered another kid, most likely. Which is important to note, actually, very important. So right now we're about to go to Kuno's apartment and try to get his drugs so we can give it back to him, but of course we're not going to do that. Obviously, we're just going to confiscate the drugs from both his dad and from him. Take the drugs away and see where we go from there. Someone commented last episode about commenting about how by this part of the game I have so many stats raised up and leveled up that my mind is like Central Station. Which is a great way to put it, with the amount of voices that are going on within Harry's head. Half-White, Physical Instrument, Inland Empire, Visual Calculus. All these different voices are now floating along in Harry's head. And I really like that. I actually do like that a lot. I love that the skills have different voices. Well, same voice actor, but you know what I mean by different voices. And it shows the progression of how much you've leveled up if you have so many voices within your head saying all these different explanations, different thoughts, different things. It's such a cool way to show progression within a very, very not combat oriented game. You know, like this game is not combat at all. Hell, I would say it's a visual novel. Every margin, like really, the only thing that's different from a typical visual novel is that you walk around and that you can level up stats and stuff. That's really the only thing that separates this from a typical visual novel, like, let's say, Yume Neko. But still, it's a very cool way to visualize, like, progression of the player. But I think that's pretty much it, so let's get into it, folks, and I don't know, this could be the finale. This could be the finale. Maybe, because it feels like everything's getting up to this. Oh, one last thing. We managed to talk to Joyce and told her about Everart's plan to hold out with the Union, and basically we've put both the Union and Twin Pines within yet another deadlock. So, who knows how that's going to turn out, but enough talking, let's get right into it. So, let me just check my journal real quick. Well, responsibility, along the coast, yep, spirit, determined. Pigs, okay, 22. Right now it's 19. So yeah, we just have to go into the apartments, and that's pretty much it. So let's go, Kim. Let's Oh, also we talked to the poor lady that was at the bookstore earlier in the game, who turned out to be the corpse on the boardwalk's husband, which was very sad, actually. Like, it was really sad. But let's go in here and see what we can see. I wonder if my outfit's fine. I think my outfit's pretty fine by this point. I don't think I need to change anything. Like the jacket, no. We got a bunch of +2s. I want to upgrade hand-eye coordination more because, like, I feel like we're about to get into combat when we meet with Ruby. Like 100%, like 110%. Let me check my thought. Cleaning out rooms. How long? 3 hours. Okay. Okay, just checking. Just checking everything. Okay. Oh. These shoes come in 3 different sizes.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives, points at a bill on the door.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
Not quite, way.
No response. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter. Snip right through the metal.
I mean... Oh, wait, yeah. Let me just equip that real quick. Here, wait. Yeah, just go with the chain cutters. Should be fine.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door.
Here we go.
Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle.
If he gets violent.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
Tenant looks worried. Don't worry, we'll do this nice and quick. Don't worry. If he tries to go for us. Okay. Wow. It's empty. Some money. Books.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Lieutenant, I've located psychoactive substances on this table.
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room.
Take the speed.
You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Blast it before you face the beast. Deruita. You're going to need the encouragement.
Glossy lacquer covers the wall, wrinkled from side. Well, do I want to take out... I don't think I want to take out Kuno's dad. How about we just get in and get out? Close the door. Bingo bongo. Get the hell out of here. Okay. Wow, that was a lot easier than I expected. Of course, I could have made it harder myself, but I don't want to. Especially if we're going to go against Ruby here in a minute. Wanna keep all my health with me. Let's see. How convenient! Someone has equipped this tiny ball of infinities with Shaw, so warriorman speed on the go. Alright, Kuno. Got your drugs.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I took care of the drug situation.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo.
He whoops his
Here
hands together.
is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back.
Huh.
That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way.
I'm keeping it. You don't need more drugs. You're 12. Don't give it to Kuno. Yeah. I'm not giving speed to Kuno.
Alright.
He taps his head.
Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno.
Yeah.
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno.
He squints at you.
So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major.
Major fucking choice, pig.
Yeah.
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
Yeah, domino effect. I already seen it.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will change things.
But how exactly? Who knows?
It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly.
What, if any, is the downside of not giving drugs to Kuno?
None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him. In another life, where he trusts you.
Well, I doubt that's ever going to happen.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
I don't want to give drugs to Kuno. He's already in a shitty situation as is. No. I know it would be nice for Kuno to trust me, but I'm going to be the adult in this situation. I'm not going to give speed to Kuno, alright? This is staying with me. Don't give Kuno the vial.
Alright. You fucked the Kuno.
Throws his hands into the
Everybody,
air.
Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
Because I'm not giving you drugs, Kuno.
I told you he can't be trusted. I told you.
The little
I
repeats
told
it
you
6 or 7
it's
times.
still the shit.
Relax, see? We got plenty of Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that.
He turns to you.
This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is fucked between us. How are you gonna make this up to the Kuno, huh?
Taking in your dad, probably.
There is genuine disappointment below the act, sire. In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
I looked around in there. It's not the easy life you got going on in that apartment.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
Uh-huh.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
Kuno, I met your dad.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Kuno, your dad is a half-dead alcoholic. He was sweeping under some clothes. His eyes become large and round.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum.
Snaps
Kuno
back.
told you. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this.
He points to
Kuno's
himself.
fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Whatever scary thing he might have been, now he is nothing.
Yeah. Kuno's dad is fucking nothing.
He pushes
Fucking
on
coma
boldly.
shit. Stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad.
No,
Speed
come
shit,
on.
crime shit, bucket on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
Whoever Shaw West style.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
The whisper comes smaller than usual.
There's a touch of grief in there.
They do care about each other in their own special way.
Fuck you talking sad?
Kid
Kuno's
reaching
got
out a
hard
boxer.
shit, death shit,
Punches there.
nothing shit.
You don't have to turn into that.
Get your fucking
Punches
nun
there
ass
again.
out of here before Kuno fucks it dead.
Another punch.
You think 'cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into...
He pants from
Kuno
exhaustion.
ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going to collapse from exhaustion. He's red all over.
God, this poor kid.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
The oath is palpable. The little hat jumps up and down behind the fence.
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
There are tons of unpaid utility bills there.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
Let me guess. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about them.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad
So
doesn't give a
quick.
shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
There's no place to live in. You have to find somewhere else.
That's right. It's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground. Leroy shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Become homeless?
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno!
The little one seems overjoyed at the prospect. They did right not to give you the drugs. Let's conclude this.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
She must repeat it. Use every chance to confirm that version of reality.
Yeah.
She tries to bind their fates together. She needs him. Bad.
Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
God. The more and more I listen to Kuno, the more I worried about him, the more just sad. Like it's sad. Like that's the only thing I can really like say is like God. All right. Reaction speed or hand-eye coordination? No, let's go with reaction speed. Reaction speed's always good to have. Anything to Kuno needs? Probably not, but worth a check.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there behind the
You
fence?
don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
The hat drops in
I'm
the
not
water.
here, pig. You're not seeing this.
Yeah.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I doubt there's anything else more I can do for Kuno, unfortunately. It's just... That's it. Okay, you know what? Well, we still got... We got like 2 hours before we meet with Pig, so I might as well talk to the officers in here, since we now know the location of Ruby. Maybe we can get something from them? Maybe, perhaps. Anything at all from you guys?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Okay.
Okay,
again.
why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
Yeah.
A cover-up. What the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
I know, right? But what's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat. I don't
Yeah.
know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Okay, well, you guys are fucking helpful as ever. Okay, I guess the only thing we can really do at this point is buy the spirits, which I'm not going to do. And I guess we just go along the coast, I guess. Insects case, insolent, suspected traps, ruby in the village. Yeah, we got pretty much everything there. Can't do that one. Doubt we can do Tommy. Joyce is gone. Trying to look for things we could do. Drainage pipe, mirror, policeman quote. And where the Empire, the water door, the man from Iron Jaw. Ooh, Coolise. I guess we can go talk to Coolise since we're in here. Why not? Might as well just waste some time around, see if we can get to anything. So that's drama. How good's my drama? Drama's pretty good at this point. But how better can I get my drama? Probably can get it much better. This is drama. Wow. Never put this on before, really. Which are chemistry, visual calculus, nice one drama, suggestion, logic, rhetoric, perception, pain threshold, inland. Oh, another drama. Oh, I look insane. Love it. Oh, fuck yeah. Me on a Friday night, brother. Oh my god, it's so good. Alright. Okay, thank god nobody questions my fashion choice. Anyway, let's go talk to Coolise. This real fast. So what drama is that exactly?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
72. In God's name, wake up.
But we are
Damn it.
awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women
Fuck.
usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark.
Oh no.
Unbreached. Get a hold of yourself just once, will you? Try to look past the sexually lax morals and do some police work. So you say, but give us one example of deceit. Just one example.
I... God. Could the word expressiveness conceal something less sensational but more illegal? Just
Who
one
is this
position.
personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up.
Yeah.
You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Bullish. Okay. Turn waiter. Damn. 72% too. Oh well. Wait. It's window. Go down the stairs. Damn, I put on this nice shit as well. God damn it. All for what? Nothing. Damn it. Anyway. Good thing they don't know anything about my undershirt. Let's keep it to the physical instrument. Or maybe keep it to the mesh, because the mesh would be... Drama would be nice, but physical instrument would also be nice. +5 to it, so... Anyway. Let's see here. Nitpicker. I guess the only other thing we can do right now is go across the coast and try to find the businessman. I guess we can check around the boardwalk. Oh,
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flecks some more wet snow from above.
look around you.
The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this weather. At least your hair is protected from getting wet and sticking together. You look around.
Where's Ruby?
Near, snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe. There is a hum in the air. That's all.
What's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin. A boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What is there?
Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery.
Wow.
The Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume, where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door of the morning.
That's where Kuno said he was going to go.
Yes, to peel the gold off with his fingernails.
God. Les petits lats.
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper.
After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. How can it be pure if it's magenta?
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Wipe the snow from your shoulder.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
A depressing world. What's in the east?
The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all.
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
In favor.
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood. Clean white light, coming from the windows of a clean, cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
What's in the north?
An abandoned church that's being turned into a dance club. 4 youths are hard at work there, making it ever harder core.
And further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
On the island, on the islets.
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
And on the other side of the inlet?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that, before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air brinier than hair. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Zam, Morian, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
It's very interesting. Like, even though we're in one part of the city, we've gotten so much information that we can picture in our minds what the west of Revachol is. We can picture Coal City. We can picture the rich, like, East Town. Even though we've been in one single district of the city, we have an idea of what it is. It reminds me a lot of Trails in the Sky, which it only took, like, all 3 games, well, maybe except for the third, but the first 2 games, anyways, all took place in Rural. Yet we got such a fantastic idea of what the rest of the continent is in the other nations bordering Rural, such as Cavalard and Abalonia. It reminds me of that type of world building, which is fantastic. I love this type of world building of, like, painting us a grander picture, even though we've been really in one simple district, this entire game. I love it. It's just amazing writing. What's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children.
Jeez.
Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since. The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
But still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Further south.
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning. Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike.
Really?
At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
For what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
What's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands, wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
Stop your feet for warmth, brushing off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Alright. Interesting. Though, I love leveling up Shivers. Like, the game obviously forced me to level up Shivers in order to get to Ruby. Maybe there could have been another way, but at least that's the way I wanted to go through. Oh, hey, now the windows are filled with purple from the night lights. That's a cool detail. But still, it's just, wow. Building before you house the engine. Must have been a big one.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in
I wonder. Damn. What if I pull out my tool? Here we go.
an old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
There's no way I can
The
ever
door
get
hasn't
this.
been opened
Wait,
in a long
wait,
while.
wait. Maybe I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna try this. So interfacing. Oh, that's right. Interfacing is one of the things that like you barely get any upgrades in via all this. But it's a red check. That's the biggest problem. But like, what if we do it and like we get something else? Okay, before we do that, since we're going to have to walk back here anyway, I want to check up here. Where is this son of a bitch? Where is he? Nowhere around here, that's for sure. Maybe we should go north. I mean, south at least. Check out the hospital, since we've never been there before. Fuck it. I know I'm gonna
An
fail,
old
but
door, worn
open
by
the door.
elements. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Huh. Door's shut tight. How can we get in there?
We don't get in there.
10 strikes. What do you mean? We get into, like, everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
But still, Kim.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
But that's who I am. Who we are.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
He looks at the door with a rueful smile.
At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful would come from this.
Maybe. God damn it. cannot be. A disgrace. That door on the coast. You remember the one, right? The one that leads to the abandoned supply depot. Why, in the name of all that's holy, does it not open? Why? There has to be a way to get through that unopenable door. By gods, you're the police. All doors are supposed to open for you. What would the others in the precinct think if you can't open a goddamn door? There must be a way. Interesting. Alright. Alright, let's finally head. Here he is.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave.
Found you.
He appears completely at ease, like a common holidaymaker.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no?
Yeah, indeed, Sunday friend.
What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Actually, I was wondering what you're doing out here.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And well, I wish to see the situation firsthand.
Huh.
And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yes. There's
Takes
nothing
it.
like a stroll along the coast to lift one's spirits.
You do know there was a mass execution right over there.
Really?
Man,
Here?
friends.
How can you be sure?
It's a sort of gift I have. I can reconstruct things that happened in the past, high-end detective stuff.
Ah, a very useful gift for a police detective, I'm sure. Fascinating how much history is contained right here. If only one knows where to look for it.
This is the guy I've been the most suspicious of. This motherfucker, ever since we only talked to him once, he's the most mysterious character in my opinion in this entire game.
You feel like there's something you could say here.
God
If
damn it.
only you really knew what was going on.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
I need your help forming a committee, trying to assign la responsabilité.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
Uh-huh.
God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol, it acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Well, look, fuck all, it's done, huh?
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
Yeah, vacation. Private.
What? Where is he then? He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
I got it. You're right here on personal business.
Précisément. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives.
So, why are you here then? Besides the bureaucratic reason.
That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
But this is an urgent matter. I need to get in touch with the committee.
Yes, you've made your persistence quite clear. Under normal circumstances, I would have to insist you go through the regular channels.
Uh-huh.
No. You can't let them give you the runaround.
Yeah.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Why do I need to go through an archer to speak to the committee?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Hold on, it's watching us too?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments.
That's an incredibly useful tool for us.
I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristol Moon Convention.
Uh-huh.
The Bristol Moon Conventions are a series of international agreements governing the treatment of military personnel and civilians in theaters of war, as well as occupied territories. In practice, they are more talked about than observed.
Interesting. So how does one go about contacting the Coalition warship that's airborne?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it. So it might be safer to get in touch from the ground.
What, call them?
But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on Coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-Coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
Do you know any of these tinkerers?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the Coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you?
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Definitely.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Thank you for your time. Well, still.
Well, that's... And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to...
Execution.
Really? Here? Ah,
You feel like there's something you could say here, if only you really knew what was going on.
Ooh. That right there. How much is my XP right now? 38. I need, well, wait. My rhetoric. No, this is like base stats. Wait. How good's my rhetoric right now? Okay.
Abo.
Thank you for
always
your time.
my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bon chance.
That one, I want to figure out this motherfucker. I want to figure him out. Where the hell's, where is, there has to be something with, rhetoric. Conceptualization. Just 1 point, just 1 point. Just 1 point. Just 1 point, please. Please, I need it, Come on. Shivers, suggestion, logic. There. Perfect.
Always my pleasure
Fuck!
to be of assistance to the RCM.
God damn
Godspeed,
it.
and if we don't meet again, bon chance.
Damn it, if only I had that shirt on. God damn it. Completely forgot about that one. Son of a bitch. What is that motherfucker? What is that motherfucker up to? What is he up to? Damn it. Oh, it's gonna fucking, ooh. Damn, this might be a game I might have to, like, play through twice. Because there's so much to it. There's so many different choices, different ways you can go through all this, man. Alright, let's go talk to him now. Also, when I put on that shirt, what is it? -1 empathy. Alright, well, that balances out.
Yes, what is it?
It's not a paying job, but could you help me contact Coalition warship Archer?
You're asking me to
works
circuit
out front
bend
behind.
onto Coalition radio frequencies. You want to know is it possible? Probably. But is it a good idea? I'm not so sure.
Well,
The main difficulty will be finding an antenna powerful enough to reach those frequencies. Unfortunately, you can't exactly buy mega long-wave antennas off the shelf.
She's not joking. Even the RCM has to receive special approval from the Coalition to access that kind of equipment.
the radio relay tower at Land's End. Could that work?
I highly doubt it. That tower is barely able to transmit shortwave signals across the bay. To generate megalo frequencies, we're going to need a much larger antenna.
She has an idea, though. You can see the tiny signal lights firing inside her brain.
I don't see any alternative. We're just going to have to build the antenna ourselves.
Wait, we can just build an antenna?
Yes, from a technical view, it's not even difficult. The difficult part will be finding the right location.
Let me guess, the bell tower?
We need metal, a lot of it. The taller the structure, the better. Something that is both prominent and easily accessible.
Conceptualization.
If it's near a power source, even better.
Alright. Great. Conceptualization, eh? Gotcha. Something with conceptualization. Right there, come on. Logic. Wait. Conceptualization. Rhetoric. Bingo. Okay. These are like very similar shirts, just one's conceptualization. Logic, drama. Is there anything else with conceptualization? Should be something. Suggestion, logic. Perception, being first world. Logic. Okay.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes. But what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
Yeah, art is a lot of things.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive.
Ooh.
What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Maybe I should become an art cop. Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Damn right.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Indeed. Let me check this. Yeah, it's another Copo type. The worst one. Most savage and brutal. The art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. I mean, aka most of Twitter. Become the art cop. Alright.
Yes, what is it?
42. Go for it. Come with it. Let's say.
Close your eyes.
Yes.
Unfold your
Good
mental
shit.
map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of two children.
Turn to face the bay.
Your eye follows the tiles west. You see a bench and a few twisted, pitiful trees. Then, just water. From behind you, a low, spectral voice whispers, "Nay."
Turn to face the apartments.
Beyond the unkempt backyard rises a monstrous assemblage of concrete, plaster, and corrugated sheet metal. The voice again, more urgent now. "Nay." Just a moment. That voice isn't human, and it's not saying nay. It's saying nay.
Turn to face the roundabout. The horse.
Turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
The statue of Philippe III.
The dead king and his horse. It could work.
It may work, you think, but why do you feel like there may be a terrible cost?
We'll need an adequate power supply and a great quantity of cable. If we connect the cables to some of the stranded lorries, we could theoretically increase the antenna's wavelength exponentially.
Whatever ambivalence she had about your project before, she's now fully engaged in solving this technical puzzle.
Let her think.
It's completely ridiculous, but I believe we could transform the entire roundabout into one solid fractal antenna.
Damn.
A note of awe in her voice. She's shocked and pleased by her own audacity.
That's a very big antenna.
Yes, very likely the largest private antenna in Revachol. I have plenty of cables and amplifiers on hand. The power supply I will secure on my own. All we require now is the radio transceiver itself.
Radio transceiver. Cool. I've got this. I've seen plenty of those lying around.
Of course you have. They aren't exactly rare.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Certainly, though it requires a fair amount of technical finesse to remove them. Frankly, it's not worth the bother. Just find a regular radio.
I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbor.
That sounds like a perfectly adequate radio.
She nods. You know what, Kim? I'll find even a better radio on my own.
I highly doubt that. When I crank the volume on my Dynawave, it's like you're in the front row at the National Concert Hall.
Alright, Kim. Challenge accepted.
There is no need to go out of your way to find a top-shelf radio for this purpose. As long as it's functional, that is what counts.
Alright, guess I need to find one of these transceivers then.
In the meantime, I will gather the rest of the materials. We will meet back here when you have it.
Got it. Alright. So radio transceiver. Okay. Now if I remember correctly, there should be one in Ruby's motor carriage. If I remember correctly. Ooh, this is so exciting. I love that I saved this task for pretty much last. Just by pure accident, really. Because, oh my god, are we fucking... We're cooking up something, I'm telling you. This is all your fault, pigs, damn it. Whatever happens next is on you. But hey, if we can get in contact with the warship, we could get information from them if they've been observing everything. Plus we're at the RCM, and this does help in our thing, our murder investigation. Well, fortunately, we don't actually have much power. We're really more of a... just kind of cops. We can't even hold prisoners, really, which is the most unfortunate part about all of this. Alright, let me go ahead and check this. Might want to talk to Tommy, unfortunately, but over here.
A lorry,
Open the
the
door.
smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside
Remove the
is
radio
plastered
transceiver.
with. It takes a few moments,
Aha.
but eventually the transceiver slides from its greased socket mount with an eminently satisfying ching. Nearly the same sound produced by the action on a good breech loader. You can't fail to notice. As you take the transceiver in your hands, the lieutenant bites his lower lip, apparently deep in thought.
Funny, isn't it?
What do you mean?
The lady driver used this same radio to evade coalition authorities, and now you are using it to contact them directly. It's just ironic, that's all.
It is ironic, Kim.
Where the radio used to be, there's just a rectangular shadow now.
Examine the transceiver.
It's about the size of a small box of pasta, but much heavier. Now that you're looking at it more closely, you realize the various dials and meters make it look vaguely like a face. A distinctive triangular logo forms the nose, That's the mark of Estaz Electronica, one of the major manufacturers of advanced radio equipment.
Do you think we'll actually be able to reach a coalition with this?
You've surprised me more than once during the course of our investigation, but I have to say, it still seems like a remote scenario.
He shrugs. This has got to be better than your Dino Wave.
An Esteras is certainly nothing to sniff at. But if you compare the feature sets, I would say they are more or less equivalent.
So you're not jealous?
I've no reason to be jealous, Detective.
Lieutenant smiles to himself. Put the transceiver away.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls, but there's a rectangular shadow where the radio used to be. The pull-out toolbox lies hidden under the driver's seat. You close the rusty old lorry door.
Got it, bitch. Fucking got it, bitch. An EH4 multimodal transceiver produced by the engineers at Estaz Electronica, designed for maximum adaptability. In the case of this unit, the function sheet dial has been replaced by a key. Never noticed this before. Oh, magnesium. Nice. Oh. Ah, what? Wait. That's locked. Let me get my tool. Aha! Gemlock Biker Cop Sunnies. +1 empathy, -1 logic. Hehe. Not bad. Actually, wasn't there a suitcase? Yeah, there was like a suitcase in the docks, if I remember correctly. So maybe I'll return there at some point, but for now, we'll just return back to the church. Here I am. I keep saying Runa, but Suna.
Yes, what is it?
I found a radio transceiver.
Ah, very good. Let's see what you have.
Someone was using this to coordinate a drug smuggling operation. Used the highway advanced.
Interesting. An Esterhaus EH4, heavily customized. This is an advanced model, highly capable. I'll need to replace the frequency dial, but it should certainly work for our purposes.
Nice.
She's impressed by your resourcefulness as much as by the equipment itself.
Yeah, I've been around.
I believe that means we're ready to get started. I should warn you, once we begin setting up this antenna, we'll need to see the whole process through. There won't be any second chances, any do-overs. You understand?
Okay.
So if there's anything you'd like to get in order before we depart, I suggest you do it now.
Wait, didn't you say we need some kind of power supply?
Ah, yes. I wasn't sure what to do about that, but then I discovered an abandoned power source down by the edge of the bay.
It's obvious. She's referring to your half-sunken Caprice 40.
You mean the motor carriage that crashed into the bay?
Oh, yes. I did notice that it was covered in police livery. Then you already know that the carriage itself is irreparable. But the rear-mounted engine seems to be in fine working order.
I guess I helped, in a way.
My intention is to run a power cable from the engine up to the antenna. It won't last forever, but it should give us enough time to establish a connection with Coalition warship Archer.
What kind of stuff should I get in order?
That's up to you. At a minimum, I would make sure you are physically and mentally prepared for an intense and difficult process.
Oh boy.
Once we begin, there can be no interruptions.
At the very least, you should make sure you're wearing a good pair of gloves.
Well, I have the best gloves I can get.
Radio engineers typically carry overpriced solvent sprays to clean the antenna connections. But in a pinch, some common ammonia works just fine.
Ammonia.
Finally, there's the question of stimulants. Some people prefer to keep illegal amphetamines on hand to help with their work. I'm not one of them, but they do exist.
I try to avoid drugs. Using stimulants is highly irresponsible.
I don't take them because they make me nauseous. But everyone has their reasons. I don't judge.
Oh, hang on. I need some time to prepare.
That's fine. Return to me when you're ready to go.
Okay, let me check my notebook. Okay. I mean, once we get... Okay, well, I have good gloves on. So that's good. Got some drugs as well, but... You know what? Let's see. You know what? Let me... I feel like this is a good time. Quick save. Just Just in case. You never know,
Yes,
but...
what is it?
Okay, wait. Do I have everything in order? Do I have, like, the right outfit on? Okay, that's conceptualization. I want rhetoric more than anything. Rhetoric is always great to have. For taking your Hamel walks supersonic out for a ride, the streets of Jamlock where your heart is buried. Feel the streets, leave the reason behind. Awesome shit. Okay, encyclopedia. Shoot, -1 perception. But I think we're pretty good. Well, that's the only thing that -1 is perception. Do I have any like good pants? Fortunately not. Which sucks, but I mean, ooh, I could put on these, but that would get rid of my empathy. Is there anything else I can put on for? I don't think so, but okay. All right, well, let's fucking
Yes,
do this.
what is it?
I'm ready. Let's contact Archer.
Very good. If you'll help me with some of this equipment then.
Back across the water lab. At least we are getting our exercise in today.
Yeah,
If you'll please carry that amplifier, officer,
she gestures to
and if
Lieutenant.
you'll take that spool of cable, we should be able to move it all in one trip.
Okay. Maybe this will take an hour. Hopefully. Not 2, maybe. Well then. We set this up. Wires and 2 riders. Across the canal. Okay, so an hour. Gotcha.
And now if you'll just connect that here...
Wow.
It's done. I believe we are ready.
Lieutenant wipes his brow.
We're ready to try at least. Please put on these headphones. There should be 2 extra sets. I've configured the channels so that only your microphone is set to broadcast, officer. We'll all be able to listen, but anyone we reach will only hear your voice.
Okay.
You will need to transmit your connection request while I attempt to locate the warship's public frequency. You will likely encounter some interference, but it's important to keep transmitting your request until you're acknowledged. Ready?
Wait, what if they never acknowledge me?
Then it will be exactly like every other moment of every other day. I ask again, are you ready?
Yes.
Good. Beginning transmission.
Okay.
A soft rustling. The snow seems to have gotten between your ears somehow.
Ignore it.
Go ahead, officer.
Shit! Alright. Firewalker, Tequila Sunset, Buffet Ambusha Cus. God damn it! Where's Harry Dubois? Damn it! Fine. Coalition Warship Archer. This. RCM Officer Firewalker. Please acknowledge.
You're all alone out there, wandering a blasted heath, calling out to the night. But there is no reply, except for the buzzing of invisible machines. The lieutenant looks up at you with a nervous glance. Nervous for who, though? You cannot say.
Try again, officer.
Coalition Warship Archer. This Firewalker. Please acknowledge.
Nein, Liebling. Unseren Jungen nach Redeposten. Einen dieser Dinger.
German. Hello, Archer. Do you acknowledge?
Marianne hat mir erzählt, dass Oscar nicht mehr derselbe ist, seit er auf einem Luftschiff aus Grab zurückgekommen ist. Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen für vollkommen normal. Aber sie hat das Gefühl, seit seiner Rückkehr mit einem Fremden zusammenzuleben.
You can't make out a word of this gibberish.
What does this remind me of?
The rustling of dry autumn leaves, waves breaking at a distance, 1,000 wings beating at once.
I can't understand a word of this gibberish.
Liebling, bitte. Er ist unser einziges Kind. Er kann auch nächstes Jahr zur Akademie gehen.
It isn't gibberish, it's Valde. Now please keep trying.
Coalition Warship Archer, this is Firewalker. If you're there, Archer, please acknowledge.
Again?
Coalition Warship Archer, this is Firewalker. Do you acknowledge?
It's calm now.
What?
A slight frisson at the point where your neck meets your spine. Something about the lieutenant's words directed at you, but not you.
Kim, don't clog my connection.
I didn't say anything, Detective.
What?
Someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Huh?
An uncomfortable silence falls over the connection.
It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
Are you going to tell me you didn't say that either?
I promise you I didn't, even though it certainly sounds like me.
Lieutenant seems to wince at the sound of his own voice. What is happening?
I can't say with certainty, but it sounds very much like anthroponetic crosstalk. It happens sometimes when sending transmissions across long stretches of pale.
Really?
Ah, yes, of course. That must be it.
Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen für vollkommen normal.
So what can we do about it?
What else is there to do? Keep trying.
Coalition Warship Archer, do you acknowledge this is Firewalker?
But someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Maintaining it.
Walker, please acknowledge.
Archer, this is Firewalker. Can you hear me?
Liebling, bitte. Er ist unser einziges Kind. Warship Archer, please identify.
Oh boy.
The signals are getting increasingly mixed.
Fuck.
Plucking Archer's signal from this will be like isolating a single strand from a tangle of hair.
It's not working. The crosstalk is simply too
Where's your
strong.
sweat drenched headphones? What can we do?
I did not expect simply locating the signal to be so difficult.
She appears to be concentrating very intently.
We must consider several variables. Local anthroponetic conditions, the sophistication of our transceiver, the quality of our connections, and the physics of our antenna itself.
Well, it's not the most basic antenna.
Fortunately, we have a more than adequate transceiver, so I do not believe it is causing any problems. And we're also unlikely to change our local anthroponetic conditions. So, the next step is to thoroughly inspect our connections.
How am I supposed to inspect the connections?
You need to climb up there and look at them for yourself.
Oh boy. She stares at you as though it were obvious. Her hand gestures the colorful cables dangling from the horse's forehooves.
But you don't have the technical expertise.
Yeah.
Someone has been maintaining it.
What?
No problem at all. You've already teleported up way greater heights.
Oh boy.
Something about this setup seems dimly familiar, but you'll be damned if you know what you're supposed to do about it. Images of your body smashed against the pavement flood your mind. This is dangerous.
But I don't know what I'm doing.
That's true, but I can't leave my station, so it will have to be you.
But what if I slip and fall?
Then you might break your neck.
She replies rather matter-of-factly. No problem. I've already mastered the art of teleportation.
You actually haven't, but you have proven that you are a relatively capable climber.
Okay. Let's do this. May God be with me. Climb the monument. Come on. on, Harry. Oh, shit, man. I'm so worried right now. Okay. Alright. Alright.
Your gloves give you a solid grip on the metal bar. This feels pleasingly familiar. You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument.
Good shit, Harry. Yeah, that's my boy right there. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. All right.
That performance was frankly an embarrassment.
Examine the connections.
The connection itself is nothing more than a little braid of exposed wire wrapped about the hoof of the horse. A copper fetter it cannot slip. Truth be told, you have no idea what you're looking for. It just looks like a cord attached to a piece of metal. You pick at the colorful rubber jacketing, not sure what else to do.
God damn it, you guys are all fucking failing me today.
Well, do you see anything?
Connections look fine to me.
I sincerely doubt that's the case, but there's nothing I can do about it from down here. I should have cleaned them beforehand. How foolish. Short of changing the shape of the antenna, I'm not sure what else we can do from here. And the lorries are all jammed together, so that's unlikely to happen.
What would changing the shape of the antenna do?
Ideally, narrow the receiving mode so that we can isolate the warship signal and eliminate the post talk. And if you don't know what you're doing, of course you could just make it worse.
How do we change the shape of the antenna?
What do you mean? You adjust the antenna manually, with your hand.
Of course.
I'm afraid we're out of alternatives. You're just going to have to go for it.
Oh, God.
She's right. The responsibility is yours, and yours alone. There's no turning back now.
Look at Philip the Third.
You are face to face with Philip III. The Bronze King looks toward the west. Something about his features seems bizarrely distorted.
Look at the horse.
This faithful steed is in nearly as poor a condition as its rider.
Look up.
The sky is opaque with dark clouds. Snow spirals all around you. You turn to the east, but the visibility is quite poor. You see no sign of Coalition warship Archer, though you know it can't be too far away.
Look down.
A few of the idle lorry drivers and strikebreakers gesture at you with their cigarettes, more out of curiosity than anything else. From the window of one of the adjacent apartment buildings, an older woman leans out, her heavy breasts sagging. She yells a single word you can't make out, and then shuts the window with a violent thunk.
There's no other choice. %28. You just gotta go for it. Oh! No fucking way.
Your grip is firm, yet controlled. The swelling in your headset guides your hands as much as your hands guide the bronze horse head. It's almost like you're hearing through the horse itself.
Oh my god, I did it.
That's very good. Just a bit more to the left. Nein, Liebling.
Oh,
The signal is clear. The storm has passed. This is another voice, a live voice, on the other end of this invisible bridge you've established.
Try it now, officer.
Coalition Warship Archer. This is RCM Officer Firewalker. Please acknowledge.
Firewalker, this is Collation Warship Archer.
Finally.
We are acknowledging and accepting you.
Ah! Excellent! You are connected. Now be quick. I don't know how long I'll be able to preserve the signal.
Gotcha.
This is it. You're finally getting to speak with those who hold real power. And by that they mean the ones with the guns and the warships. There is so much you wish you could ask. Your efforts have bought you some time, but you can't forget what you're really here for.
Please be advised that you are speaking on a public frequency. What is your request?
Who am I speaking with?
You are currently speaking with Collation Warship Archer, flagship of Insurcom forces in Revachol.
Sure, but who are you? I need to know your name.
Our name is not important. All you need to know is that we hold the position of second signaler aboard the Archer.
Okay.
You really don't have the faintest guess what her name could be. You were never very good at this sort of thing. There's something in the way she refers to herself, always with the first person plural. A deliberate blurring of the boundary between herself and the institution she represents.
It's one conglomerate.
Not to mention the airborne artillery platform she works on. Her every word is backed up by the most powerful ordnance available.
Just one thing. Why do you keep referring to yourself with the plural?
Because it's standard practice for signalers to use the pluralis officialis during the course of our duties. It's meant to serve as a reminder that we don't speak only for ourselves.
But for everything.
For instance, as second signaler, we represent Collation Warship Archer, which in turn represents Insurcom and the Coalition more generally, which in turn represents the Moralist International, which itself represents the interests of 1.2 billion people across the world.
Damn.
Meaning, she's the voice of all those living souls.
So when I'm talking to you, it's like I'm talking to all of humanity.
No, of course not. There are many nations outside the Moral Inter's umbrella, in Seoul, Samara, and elsewhere. At most, you might say the Moral Inter represents between a quarter and a third of humanity.
I guess.
Perhaps you could say that we represent the interests and hopes of a great many people. But you could say, just as easily, that we are the assistant to the secretary of a factotum, no more remarkable than the lowest cashier of a common fleet. It all depends on your perspective.
Who is the factotum?
Why? The Archer itself.
Huh.
But now, we've wandered quite far afield. What was your request?
What does Revachol look like from up there?
That's difficult to say. We have a very particular view from our observation platform up here.
Particular how?
Perhaps the best way to describe it, it is to say we have a very wide perspective, but not an especially detailed one.
What can you see?
Well, it's rather dark now, but from our portal, we can just make out the rolling hillsides. We can see the lanterns lining the walkways through a public park. There are a few people on horses by a small pond. The homes and gardens are quite beautiful, very near like those in certain areas of Messina.
Horses?
Le Jardin, Stella Marie, Saint Baptiste. She's looking down on the suburbs of Revachol East.
You're above Revachol East, then.
Ah, that must be. We've only recently been detailed to the Archer, so we are still learning the names of all the many districts.
Can you see Martinez from where you are?
Martinez. That is to the west, yes?
Yes, look across the river Esper.
Stand by a moment. We are adjusting our viewfinder. Yes, we are looking at the river now. There are small islands in the middle of it. It's very nice, actually. Interesting. The west of the city looks very different from the east. There's a large motorway dividing it nearly in half. This must be the 881, no?
Exactly. Follow that west for a few kilometers until you see the lake.
Very well. Now, we're looking at an area that seems to be in urgent need of revitalization.
Yeah.
Now we see the lake, and around that, a rather vibrant-looking city quarter. There are some large buildings from the turn of the century, we would guess. Yes, this must be the heart of the district.
That's Shamrock. Now look to the north towards the harbor.
So that is Martinez.
What do you see?
Oh, well, we see the many historic buildings, of course.
Of
And
course.
the snow gathering along the rim of the bay.
The old and irregular streets, like a grid drawn by a palsied hand. The open fires burning in oil drums, visible through blasted roofs.
Yep.
There are also a number of seabirds looping and twisting in the wind below us. No horses, though. And of course, we can see some people, but they... how to say it?
Look like a bunch of lost souls wandering about in indescribable pain.
We really couldn't say. That's one of the limits of its vantage. But the whole district does have a very desperate character.
Yeah.
And then, there's all the tear lying about. It's very unpleasant to look at. We're going to widen our viewfinder a bit.
I guess they should install some recycling bins or something.
Yes, recycling is very important. The Collation always supports initiatives that promote civic responsibility and mindfulness.
Do you see a roundabout with an equestrian statue?
A roundabout. Uh-huh. Yes, we see the monument. But there seems to be a man on top of it.
That's me. Wave your hand.
That's you. We have to say, that's extremely irregular, Firewalker. What are you doing on top of the public monument?
It's kind of an involved story.
It must be. Unfortunately, we don't have time to hear it just now. In any event, it is certainly interesting to see you, even from afar. Most of the time, we signalers just have to imagine what our interlocutors look like.
Yeah, now you can see Martinez. Finally.
Liebling, bitte. Ist unser einziges Kind.
It's not even coming from the damn radio anymore.
Time is running short, officer. I estimate you have time for maybe 2 more questions.
2 more questions?
Come again? We're picking up more interference.
Shit. Okay. Listen, I really need to reach the Committee of Responsibility.
Acknowledged. To reach the committee, all you need to do is fill out the appropriate request form and submit it to the Liaison for Public Affairs. If the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at their next quarterly public hearing.
Of course.
We believe the next hearing is scheduled for July.
She seems very satisfied by this answer.
She's got to be jerking your chain, right? You can't wait that long.
Empathy. 97. Showed her Martinez, Queen and Sober, discovered a strange anomaly. Convince her you need to address the committee.
This
Yes!
isn't about you. Not really. It may have been at a certain point.
Yes.
But you've let go of that perspective. This is about your responsibility to all of Revachon.
Maybe we can help this place, damn it.
Now, take a deep breath. Look upward. You don't have to bear the burden alone.
Listen to me. The situation in Martinez is a powder keg. If the Coalition doesn't intervene, many people will die.
What? How do you know this?
I've uncovered things in the course of my investigation that lead me to believe that we're headed to a violent confrontation between the Union and the Wild Pines.
Sir Walker, this is a very serious claim. Please describe the situation as succinctly as possible.
Okay.
We will forward your summary to the committee.
There's papers rustling in the background.
Okay.
She's clearing her desk.
Okay.
Preparing to take notes.
This is good. This should, maybe, I don't know if it's the right choice, but it's something. It's something to help these people. Because the mercenaries, the Union, Twin Pines, it's going to end in bloodshed. No matter what. It's going to be a deadlock. Something, anything.
There. You've wedged your foot in the door. Now, if you can show the Coalition how much they're needed, they'll have no choice but to intervene. You have the facts. Just lay them out beneath the cold light of reason.
Okay. Reason. For one, the Wild Pines has been completely shut out of the strike negotiations. Yes.
Yes? Please continue.
You can hear the sound of her scribbling some notes. And, well, the union's demands for worker control of corporate board seems completely unworkable.
Was there anything else the committee should know?
She's right and can't hear anything.
Detective, before you answer that, I urge you to weigh your words extremely carefully.
The lieutenant is afraid you're going to say something too outre.
Outre? The hell is outre? Okay. Maybe I should have gone with mercenaries. God damn it. No. Those are the facts as I have them. No, I shouldn't go with that. I sound crazy. No. Those are the facts as I have them.
Acknowledged. Please stand by while we transmit our summary to the committee.
I should have gone with a mercenary.
A long winter.
I'm not sure how much longer I can keep the signal clear, officer.
You have to, Suna. Just a little longer.
Fireworker, this is Collation Worship Archer. Please acknowledge.
No. You know this tone of voice.
Please.
You've heard it before. She's about to deliver some bad news.
Why do I feel like you're about to tell me something I don't want to hear?
We are sorry, Fireworker. The committee has declined your request for an emergency address.
I should have gone with mercenary. Should have gone with mercenary. Damn it!
Specifically, they said that disputes of purely local concern do not fall under their purview.
I should have gone with mercenary. Fuck!
They added that they expect the RCM to fulfill its responsibilities to a high degree of satisfaction.
So that's a...
That's correct. But we must say that it has been interesting to speak with you. If nothing else, the RCM is frequently a source of curiosity to those of us aboard the Archer.
I should have gone with mercenary. I got everything. I should have gone with mercenary, but I thought it was just too much. I thought I could read into it. God damn it.
Now, the first signaler has informed us that we must update the receiving frequency. This connection will be cleared in 4, 3...
Wait, is there no other way?
2, 1... Après le monde, le gris.
Après l'église, le monde, encore.
And the line goes quiet. The lieutenant gives a long sigh as he removes his headphones. He looks up at you.
I think it's best for you to climb off the statue now, Detective. Your real work is done here.
Just give me a minute.
There's a damp cold running up the insides of your thighs. Your legs have grown stiff. You've been up here quite a while. You look around. The strikebreakers are still shouting their slogans and waving their hand-painted signs. Beneath you, the lieutenant and the programmer have begun disconnecting a few cables. There's really no point. You're beginning to feel like the little child who refuses to come down off the carousel.
Climb down.
Good. Now give me a hand with these amplifiers. Leave the
course.
cables. I don't feel like making 2 trips.
What's one more trip across the waterlock?
23.
Well, this was an interesting collaboration.
It We make a pretty good team, so.
Perhaps. You're more reliable than the writers I used to work with. Though, that is not a difficult part to clear. In any event, just leave that equipment here. I'll put it away later. If you'd like, you can take one of the extra headsets. I don't need so many spares. Now, you'll excuse me. I have to get back to my own work.
Let me get the file list.
Cleaning out the rooms. What if you didn't lose your memory? What if something in Martinez came and stored it all away, for you to slowly open one box at a time, so you can choose which parts to keep? Keep almost none of it. Only the flowers on the windowsill. Only the distant sound of a radio. Lose all the actors, the dark shadows. Leave only the still lifes, the blissful distant wash of waves. If everybody knew, you never did. She'll be coming soon. That is all.
She'll be coming soon. Wake up in a new life by the seaside. God damn it. After all that, after calling a legendary fucking interface, I should have gone with... Damn it. Damn it. Let's go meet with pigs. And let's go finally meet Ruby. Buzz, the electricity flows through the wires.
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman under a mountain police probe beneath you mumbles to herself, notices you, and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
She screams in the
Show me
microphone.
your hands. Right now!
There she is.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
God.
Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please
Oh
drop
shit.
the firearm immediately.
Kim?
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Easy, ma'am. Take it easy. You know what? Raise your hands.
The man appears to be pulling out an object.
No,
from
no, no,
his
no, no,
pocket.
no, no. Her eyes full of terror.
Fear under threat! Fear under threat!
Kim, no.
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground!
I wasn't... Ma'am, we just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
God damn it, Everart.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening, as long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Okay, alright. Let's take this calm.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
Yeah.
You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later.
Okay.
Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
Let's just calm down.
This is dangerous. You're
No.
70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Okay. Okay. Shit. We can solve this peacefully. Please. Please identify yourself, ma'am?
It's a goddamn police shitbag.
She yells into the
Off the
microphone.
pavement. You're under arrest.
Christ.
She thinks she's a police officer.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
treating her like a police officer. A lower-ranking police officer.
Okay. Patrol Officer Pigs, I need your gun for inspection.
What?
She lowers the microphone and stares at her gun in her hand. Patrol Officer, you're in gross violation of the RCM Code of Conduct.
Sir?
She hesitates, looking around the condition. Free-barreled pepper box waves in her hand. Patrol Officer, I have to sign you up for a disciplinary hearing. Slowly shake your head.
Easy. Press her too hard and shit.
Okay.
Too late, Lieutenant.
Fuck!
With a swift, poorly coordinated move, The woman slams the megaphone against her lips and teeth.
Jesus Christ.
A trickle of blood runs down her chin. She doesn't notice it.
Officer compromise, unlawful impersonation. Pigs en route. Engage your will.
Okay. She's actually more
Fuck.
agitated now. My bad.
Dude, I have to get the gun. I don't want to agitate. No, I can't. No, I'm not saying you're not the police. Okay. Shit. Shit. I have to... 72, but I failed it last time. Get the gun!
Alright, okay. Here's how we do it. As soon as that gun isn't pointed at you again, you dash right. Then immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel.
Okay, good.
Right one breaks the wrist. No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all three barrels, red and blue light shining through. It's not loaded.
Kim, I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun.
Huh?
My
God, I think you're right.
Ma'am, the weapon you're holding is mine, and I know it has no bullets.
What?
Woman looks at the weapon in disbelief, her eyes suddenly reddish with tears. She looks straight down the barrel and squeezes the trigger. Wait!
This isn't police issue.
Oh, quick.
Police weapons have
Looks the
bullets.
useless up.
This isn't real. What is this? Police
They don't
guns
know.
always have bullets.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is this? Why did you sell me this?
The gun lands and the woman planks and tears run down her scratched cheeks. Okay. Okay.
She looks devastated.
Okay.
Grab the gun. Right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up your gun.
No one ever cares anymore.
Her voice is
Why
growing
would
fainter as
they
she walks back and forth.
treat me
slowly.
like this?
Jesus Christ.
Great gears are grinding to a halt. The machine is powering down. She's all out of jolt.
Oh, woman. We need to figure out
Ten
what to do
hours
with her
closer.
now.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you. Gently touch her shoulder.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
Neurodegenerative disease.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that.
Yeah.
In her current state, and without a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home.
Yeah.
But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please,
She turned away famous.
leave the radio on.
She mutters. Seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
Maybe. Maybe. Gotta keep leveling up hand-eye coordination. Just keep going with that. Finally got my gun. Equip this when times are most dire. 3-shot revolving barrel as a salad pepper box, typically assigned to officers of the RCM upon reaching the rank of sergeant. The butt of the gun is worn and engraving on the side reads, Sunshine's Parabellum, this is your gun. No doubt about it. Pigs.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap?
Pick up the RCM cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
Probably.
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
I think so.
The lieutenant nods.
Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Leave her be. The cap is sturdy and comfortable, and seems to retain its form very well. It fits you perfectly. The inside of it smells like cheap tobacco and typewriter ink. It feels familiar somehow. Perhaps it too is yours, though how the pigs got it is a mystery. Okay. We've done it. We've got the gun. Wait. Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. They're most likely gone by this point, so... And I promised. I did say I would go after Ruby as soon as I got my gun. And so... let's finally confront her. You should take out your flashlight. This time, there's no going back. Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe. Save. But I try to do things the Coalition way. Try to contact him. I should have said mercenaries. Why didn't I say mercenaries? I thought that'd be too... That one sentence I could have said. Forever changed. Feels strange. Concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. More money. More money. Pipe. Composure. Shivers. Polar knock. Nothing else here. Just the threat of it should be enough.
Suddenly, your entire body is
Shit!
paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
Son of a bitch!
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to.
God damn it, Ruby.
Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears.
No, buddy.
Fuck.
That's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones.
Are you going to kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here.
Reasonable how, damn it? Fuck.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static
Son of
you're
a
hearing
bitch.
is the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's UN frequency.
Saw my equations?
She snorts.
You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Oh, shit. God damn it, Ruby.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys.
She pauses.
Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
Huh, interesting.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her deaf void, the raw officer strapped in it. Have you... I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end.
She hesitates.
It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Jesus Christ. Have you experienced the compressor yourself? My God.
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
No.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Jesus Christ.
You're looking for a deal with mattress.
This is Jesus Christ. This is horrible. Also, the visuals are going insane. The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with some sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now.
Okay.
Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
Okay, keep her talking.
There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. If you keep her distracted for long enough, maybe. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't latch you out, by the way. Isabel, the washerwoman.
So nice.
She smiles.
That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
You're desperate, aren't you?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Did you shoot Welly?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No.
She hesitates.
He wouldn't have broken first.
You're right. Khalees was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh.
She smiles.
I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus told me. It took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. Those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like. How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me? I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what?
She adjusts her grip on
I
the gun.
already told you I didn't do it.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Do you have an alibi for when Welly was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Our investigations, wince from the pain, has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Look, there's a secret way from the first floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
She frowns in your face.
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pain stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Would you say that Lily was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I don't think she's perjuring herself. She didn't hate him, okay?
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's hard work.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
Reverend, maybe I can go through this again. I'll buy it.
Man, I was with the boys the whole night.
They did say
I
you
hope
have
they
to
at
take
least
a
bothered to impress that upon me.
really long week. 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man.
Okay.
Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time.
Okay. Nothing.
Wow.
Murder?
Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Okay, then. I have other questions for you.
I'm listening.
You have a gun.
And?
There's other evidence I want to ask you about.
Yeah, evidence.
You're running drugs for the Union. I've been through your worry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too.
She shakes her head
Never
slowly.
trust a musician.
God damn it.
That really comes as a blow to her.
I busted out of him, damn it.
Maybe twist the knife, just in case. Make her more desperate.
Ooh. Twist the knife. Yeah, I made him talk.
Yeah, that figures.
She shrugs.
What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
You had financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
Yeah, okay. Tenet is unable to articulate this question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for.
Of course.
You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun
She glances
has
at it.
only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
She responds, holding her gaze.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Okay. God. So, you're sure? So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't?
She shrugs.
You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal.
Yeah.
A leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super.
Okay.
But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Kui said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs, The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
Okay. Good.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
How did you manage to come up with a plan so quickly?
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
What?
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Her idea?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck.
Yeah.
To fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
She lied to you about that, too.
That's bad that she'd... Showerhead? Resourceful.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
Okay, then how the fuck? God damn it.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried his lynching might lead to...
War?
Two-person
The thought
rules.
crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this,
Yeah.
but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm
She
not
shrugs.
responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
So this is what she was
Okay.
scared to tell Titus. This cop.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you.
She looks at you quizzically.
Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
What?
Through the sudden
Shit.
sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you... Bullshit, you're trying to... Winsko test you. Throw me off. No one says that.
Oh, yes, they do. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
What?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me, what's my name? If you know, tell that about me. You must know my name.
Harry Dubois.
She replies quickly.
One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
I'm a fucking corrupt cop?
All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
La Puta Madre. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
No, I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to know all this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
She doesn't believe you.
God damn it.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition?
Pauses.
Now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily.
Apologize
She
10
still
times.
perceives you as a threat.
God.
Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude.
She nods towards the lieutenant.
You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
The woman? Blonde.
That sound about right?
She narrows her eyes.
No idea who these people are.
Yeah.
Literally. Satellite Officer Vicmere looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minot. We can either take a room here in the Whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I think I know them. They're at Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Come and leave me here. Please leave.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout out back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Your voice trails onto the white noise in your head. Feels like an aneurysm approaching. Fuck! I've got to destroy that fucking machine. 72. I gotta go for it. 72. This is it. Destroy the machine. Yes. Come on, Harry.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
You're under arrest!
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She puts the barrel of the gun into her mouth. Rhetoric. Convince her to put the gun down. I got nothing else left.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
The one thing I put the most skill into. The thing I put as the king. The first skill I put it into. In the most important moment, it fails me. Why am I standing here like an idiot?
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
But she doesn't deserve to die like this.
A smirk crosses her face as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
She killed herself. I failed to talk her down.
Detective, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens to us on this case. Believe me, you can't let this break you.
Kim, I failed so many times today. I failed to get the Coalition to do anything. I failed to talk to her down. The one thing I had, the one thing I put so much effort into, I couldn't even fucking do it. God damn it. God damn it.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
Okay. Okay. What do we do now?
We clean up.
He looks around.
It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
I fucking failed. I utterly fucking failed. Layers and layers of polyvinyl and artificial sheepskin make this coat ideal for traversing snowy plains on dog sledges. Somehow you knew it would be waiting for you underground, in a sunken pipe, and you found it. It's as if the city gifted to you to keep you saved. Yet another gun. I utterly failed. Dark little trials into darkness. There's no way out. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with bananas.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Look inside.
You see a rolled-up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
Okay, let's carry her over here.
The lieutenant nods.
When it mattered most, I couldn't fucking talk her down. This game's great. This game's great. It's able to make me feel such failure at this. When I... Isn't that ironic, though? It's so perfectly ironic. The one thing I put in at the very fucking beginning, I failed in. I failed it. I managed to get a 28% fucking thing. I was able to get everything else, but the one thing I was good in... Oh my god. This game's good. This game's so fucking good. Oh my god. Oh, god damn it. God damn it.
There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines. Magazines? You should look through them.
Showing you're fresher than the books and magazines.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Lieutenant peeks in over your shoulder. Sift through the magazines.
Rhaegar Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook. Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by, motionless.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Of course. Of course. This double-barreled pistol is a compact, no-nonsense design, more durable than precise. The walnut-paneled grip is scratched up, bearing the sheen of long wear in the hands of its previous owner. A well-loved journal, with a brown leather cover and the brand name Shatner embossed on the back. It seemed to have served as a loyal friend to a one-way traveler.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She had good taste and must have taken what she recorded here seriously.
Unwrap the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently. Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
What kind of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
For the drugs.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write the day Willie died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect to understand all of it.
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder.
She was playing this for a while.
Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why?
Competition, probably.
Things played out just as she had feared. Except you didn't shoot her.
Yeah.
It's in you to do something like this. Kill her. Physically, at least. You could pull the trigger if you had to.
No, I couldn't.
Yes, you could. You'd pull it 1, 2, 3 times and watch her fall. No, stop. He wouldn't do that.
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people. They'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
What's the most recent entry? Conclusive channel.
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
Even if I did talk her down, what was going to happen, but still, I don't know.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one. he thinks.
So she died for nothing.
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. Still, it's a nasty business.
Kim, am I really a Wapucha Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask
Feel like
someone in
she
your
trained there
precinct
from
if you want to be
inside.
sure.
He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting.
Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
Pauses to think. But no one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him.
We got nothing.
One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess.
The plain red tent rests stoically in the corner. Ruby's dead body is wrapped in her sleeping bag.
Turn through the whirling wags. What put the Manche's poem? What put... Am I? I mean, she would know if she was part of it, but... Guess there's nowhere else to go. Maybe she had been framed. It wouldn't make sense for the murderer to stage a lynching after a gunshot in the head. Damn it. Damn it. Well, folks, I think this is a great time to stop things here. We finally got to Ruby. And what are we left with? More questions, no answers, really. We have no idea who killed the merc. Sniper shot, perhaps. Maybe I'll investigate the rooftop again. Maybe see if it's from there is a sniper shot. It has to be. I don't know where the hell we're going to go now. I don't know where the hell are we going to go to now. Oh, what an episode. Holy shit. What a fucking episode. So much failure, huh? But goddamn, if this game isn't fucking fantastic. Like, I feel like like if a game is able to make me feel this much like regret and this much like failure, like so deeply because I'm so interconnected with this story, with the world itself, that like I feel like I actually failed. Not like a simple thing or whatever. Like, in reality, yes, I could just quick save or go back or whatever, but I know that in my head, but yet I still feel this pain of I failed. You know what I mean? That I feel like that's a fantastic sign of writing, world building, characters. To make me feel this way. To feel like I actually did fail. Like, this is a plus thing. Sure, it does suck that I did fail. But I love that this game is able to bring out those emotions out of me. Those feelings of just pure failure. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. This game is fucking fantastic. This game is just... It truly is fucking fantastic. This game is amazing. It is really endless in its possibilities, or seemingly endless. It probably isn't endless, but still seemingly endless in the many choices you have to make, and it's just so fucking good. This game's so fucking good, man. I love this game. Like, holy shit. Holy shit, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. So fucking good. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. You know? And I love that, like, with all the decisions I made, those are the decisions I made, and I failed in those decisions. It's on me. Like, I don't want to... I'm not going to blame the game or anything. That's on me. God damn, this game's so fucking good. It's so good. It's fantastic. It's amazing. No wonder it won fucking, like, Best Narrative in 2019 at the Game Awards. No fucking wonder it did. Because, oh my god. This is amazing. Even though awards really don't matter that much, but still, it is something to be stated. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what's going to happen next. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. If you did, hit that subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. When time for something, put that in comments below. Want to check out the Discord server I hang out in, or my Twitter, check description below. And yeah, this has been Voidlego. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!